Completely different vibe than what we've been doing. Could Thanos survive Dragon Ball Z? I mean, with the Infinity Gauntlet, maybe, I guess, right? But without the Infinity Gauntlet, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Thanos is already like really powerful in general without the gauntlet, but he's not that broken though. And Dragon Ball Z characters, they're just way off the power. They're way off the power scale, like by a lot. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be instant destruction for Thanos. I think he gets snapped this time. Honestly, let's check this out though. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments below right now. Could Thanos survive Dragon Ball Z? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see.
West City turns a bruised, toxic purple. This isn't the arrival of another biological mutant like Cell or a magical djinn like Boo. It is a titan who threats the laws of physics as a rough draft. We are exploring a specific what-if scenario. Thanos arrives in the Dragon Ball Z universe during the Boo saga. He is missing the final Infinity Stone, but his sensors have identified the Dragon Balls as the only cosmic substitute capable of completing the gauntlet. Today, we aren't just smashing action figures together, we are analyzing the collision between two incompatible reality systems.
Incompatible reality
biological
systems.
key output can physically overpower cosmic reality manipulation. When a being who controls the fundamental constants of the universe meets a warrior who screams until those constants break, who actually survives? The Z Warriors aren't fighting for a tournament belt or a cash prize. They are fighting to prevent 50% of all living matter from vanishing into dust. The massive Sanctuary 2 ship hovers silently over the cap.
You can unlock
the first line of defense. What's that, like Krillin, Piccolo, and Yamcha, whatever his name is?
The initial response team isn't Goku or Vegeta. It's the Earth's special forces.
Yeah.
Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha. They land on the pavement, ready to fight, but immediately run into a sensory problem. The Z fighters rely on key sensing, which is effectively a biological radar that detects life energy. But Thanos is wielding the Space Stone. He isn't just standing there, he is omnipresent within the local area. Their internal radar is jammed by static from the fabric of space itself, making it impossible to lock onto his position or predict his movements. Krillin doesn't hesitate. He launches the Kienzin, or Destructo Disc. In physics
But I also heard recently Krillin's actually way stronger than what we thought. He could have been stronger than Goku, apparently. And wasn't it like early on Krillin was a villain in the beginning or something like that? Wasn't it like that? I forget. I don't know. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z in so long or even paid attention to it, so I have no idea. You guys can let me know down in the comments below though.
This is a rotating plane of razor-thin energy with near infinite cutting power due to its molecular edge. Against Frieza, this was a lethal threat, but against Thanos, we have to look at the tensile strength required to wield the Infinity Stones. The gauntlet channels energy surges that would vaporize a normal biological entity. Thanos' skin is dense enough to withstand cosmic radiation that exceeds the core of a star. When the disc hits his neck, it doesn't cut, it shatters like glass hitting a diamond. The humans panic and attempt a swarm attack. Tien fires the Tri-Beam, pushing his life force to the limit, while Yamcha launches the Spirit Ball. This is where the Power Stone comes into play. It doesn't just shoot purple lasers, it grants control over all forms of energy. As the key blasts, which are essentially concentrated plasma and kinetic force, approach him, Thanos doesn't dodge. He rewrites their vector. He converts the forward kinetic energy of the Tri-Beam into a localized gravity well. The attack doesn't hit Thanos. It collapses in on itself, pinning the humans to the ground. The energy they expelled is instantly repurposed to crush them. This brings us to our first classification, Survival Tier F. In this tier, the subject has a total inability to inflict damage or survive the counterattack. Their conventional attacks are based on physical force, and they are fighting a being who can edit the values of force in real time.
With the gauntlet, though, they might stand a chance a little bit, a teeny bit, with him not having the gauntlet, right?
Yamcha and Krillin are defeated not by malice, but by the sheer passive radiation of the stones. They are ants trying to fight a magnifying glass, and the heat is already rising. The dust hasn't even settled over the defeated humans when the air pressure in West City drops violently. This isn't the suppression of ki, it is the sheer weight of a presence that demands attention. Vegeta has arrived. Unlike the tentative, probing approach of the Earthlings, the Prince of all Saiyans doesn't ask questions. He assesses the threat level, sees the unconscious bodies of his allies, and immediately escalates the conflict to a planetary scale. There's no monologue, there's only the blinding gold light of a Super Saiyan powering up. followed instantly by the scream.
Vegeta's so cool too. I always liked him way better than Goku.
To
for real.
gravitationally unbind a planet the size of Earth, literally blowing it into dust, requires roughly 2 × 10 to the 32nd power joules of energy. Vegeta, at this stage in the Buu saga, is outputting energy exponentially higher than that baseline. The beam he fires isn't just a laser, it's a directed stream of plasma hot enough to ignite the atmosphere. In any physiological battle, Sanctuary 2 should be vaporized, but Thanos raises the gauntlet, specifically the purple gem, the Power Stone. The interaction here is fascinating because we're seeing 2 different physics engines collide. Ki is biological energy converted into physical force. The Power Stone, however, controls the concept of energy itself. When the final flash hits the gauntlet, it doesn't explode, it vanishes. Imagine throwing a hand grenade into a black hole. The grenade still explodes, but the event horizon absorbs the release so completely that, to the outside observer, nothing happened. The energy isn't blocked, it's fundamentally rewritten into harmless light. Vegeta is left panting, not from exhaustion, but from the psychological shock of seeing his maximum output treated.
Call Kakarot.
Piccolo, observing from a tactical distance, catches something the arrogant prince misses. Vegeta attempts to close the gap for melee combat, moving at relativistic speeds. To the naked eye, he's teleporting, but every time he strikes, Thanos is already there, blocking. Piccolo realizes the Titan isn't moving faster, he's cheating. The green time stone is
cheating.
Thanos is manipulating local casualties.
I mean, that whole gauntlet is a cheat code, dude.
Back 2 seconds every time Vegeta gains an advantage, parrying blows that haven't technically happened yet. It is the ultimate defense. You cannot hit someone who has already seen you throw the punch. But Saiyan pride is a variable even the Infinity Stones struggle to calculate. Vegeta realizes the energy projection is useless. He feints a massive blast, forcing Thanos to raise the Power Stone to absorb it, then instantly cuts his ki to 0 and dives in physically. It's a tactical genius move. He lands a solid, bone-crunching kick to the Titan's ribs. For the first time, Thanos stumbles. The sheer density of Saiyan musculature, hardened by hundreds of times Earth's gravity, actually impacts the Titan. Biological force momentarily bypasses cosmic authority. The victory is short-lived.
Whoa, looks like you're back.
Damn, ads. Holy hell. Damn, I'm getting into this too.
Thanos recovers, not with a counterpunch, but with a clench of the red reality stone. Suddenly, the physics of Vegeta's battle armor changes. The ultralight, elastic material instantly transmutes into ultra-dense osmium. Vegeta drops to his knees, pinned not by an enemy hand, but by his own gear weighing 100 tons. This brings us to Survival, Tier C. Entities in this tier possess the raw power to survive the initial clash.
Wait, his armor is weighing like 100 tons? Does his armor actually weigh that much or something like that?
Even inflict superficial damage.
That would be insane.
They force the gauntlet user to actively defend themselves rather than passively existing. However, they lack the dimensional hacks to bypass the stone's defenses. Vegeta and Piccolo have the firepower to crack a planet, but they are fighting a man who can turn their armor into lead and their energy beams into bubbles. They are dangerous annoyances, but ultimately, they are still part of the background noise.
So maybe Thanos changed his armor?
The gravitationally enhanced osmium armor threatens to crush Vegeta's ribcage into dust, the air pressure shifts instantly. There's no sound of approach, no displacement of wind. 1 millisecond, Vegeta is pinned. The next, he is gone. Displaced 20 meters to the left, Son Goku has entered the battlefield, not by moving through space, but by bypassing it entirely. Let's break down the physics of this rescue, because it highlights the fundamental difference between the Space Stone and instant transmission. The Space Stone grants dominion over spatial coordinates, bringing 2 distant points together. It's a wormhole generator. Goku's instant transmission, however, is closer to quantum tunneling. He deconstructs his biological mass and reconstructs it instantly at a target energy signature. While Thanos controls the road, Goku doesn't need the road to exist. This creates a terrifying disadvantage for the Titan. To use the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos must form a fist or snap his fingers. This requires a neural impulse, a signal traveling from his brain to his hand. Even with Titan physiology, this synaptic transmission takes non-zero time. Let's be generous and say Thanos processes information at nanosecond speeds. In the Dragon Ball Z universe, by the Buu saga, Goku is fighting at speeds that are effectively faster than light. The math here is brutal for Thanos. Goku is moving faster than the electrical signals in Thanos' own nervous system. Therefore, Goku can land a blow, retreat, and land another before the command to rewrite reality even reaches the gauntlet's gems.
Goku is just another one of those relentless, infinite hope type of Superman characters, like super busted for no reason, like hardcore main character energy, like with Goku. Like it's just, he's infinite. He gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. It doesn't matter. It's just, he's breaking limits after limits after limits after limits. Thanos doesn't survive against Goku. That's all I'm gonna say. I know that for a fact. Like, even if Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, it's like a Superman mixed with a Hulk, mixed with something else. I don't know, but that's Goku. Goku is just, he's broken as hell, and Thanos does not survive this man, even with the Infinity Gauntlet, probably, honestly.
But Goku knows that speed alone isn't enough against a beam who can turn his blood into magma. He needs overwhelming force to end this in seconds. He triggers Super Saiyan 3. We often look at the long hair and the lack of eyebrows, but let's look at the thermodynamics. Super Saiyan 3 is a metabolic catastrophe. It forces the body to output energy at a rate that effectively redlines the Saiyan's cellular structure. It's like running a nuclear reactor with the safety rods removed. The crackling electricity around him isn't just for show. It's waste energy escaping because his biological containment field can barely hold the power in. This form burns through Goku's stamina so fast that he is technically dying every second he maintains it. The fight choreography shifts from a chess match to a unilateral breakdown. Goku overwhelms the Titan with sheer volume. He isn't throwing one punch, he's throwing thousands of high-impact kinetic strikes per second. Thanos is battered
Which is
back.
crazy.
For a moment, it looks like biological speed has trumped cosmic authority. Goku is simply too fast for the gauntlet to target, but the Infinity Stones have passive defenses. Seeing that he cannot track Goku physically, Thanos activates the Orange Soul Stone. He doesn't aim at Goku's body, he aims at the Animus, the life force itself. The Soul Stone doesn't care about durability, kinetic energy, or how many sit-ups you did at 100 times gravity. It attacks the very concept of the user's existence. Goku suddenly freezes, clutching his chest, not because of a heart virus, but because his spirit is being violently dragged out of phase with his...
And that's the strongest thing about Goku is his spirit, right? Definitely what pushes Goku, right? I mean, anybody in general is your spirit. Yeah, that you take Goku's spirit away, then that's not Goku anymore, just like with anything else, but, you know.
Body. This establishes survival tier A. Entities in this tier have the raw offensive output to kill the gauntlet user. If Goku lands a Kamehameha before Thanos closes his fist, Thanos dies. However, the battle becomes a coin toss. It relies entirely on the speed of the aggressor versus the reaction time of the defender. Tier A survivors can win, but they are one bad reaction time away from having their souls turned into a paperweight. Goku has the power, but against the reality warper, power is just a variable that can be edited out of the equation.
Right. Ooh. Oh, the new Daredevil show. Let me know down in the comments below if any of you guys are watching that.
The battle shifts to the cratered ruins of West City. The Black Order has completed their objective. They have gathered the 7 Dragon Balls. Shenron rises, a massive serpentine construct of magical energy, dwarfing the alien invaders. Thanos, momentarily distracted by the sheer scale of the dragon and the sudden darkness, speaks his wish, the location of the final Infinity Stone. Here is the metaphysical clash we need to analyze. The Infinity Stones control the operating system of the universe. They are the admin keys to reality. Shenron, however, creates localized miracles within that system. It's a hierarchy of authority. The stones represent the code of existence, while Shenron is a user with high-level privileges. If Thanos wishes for the stone, Shenron likely has to grant it, as the dragon is bound by the creator's
let me smell your fingers.
But before the dragon can speak, the Z Warriors make their final stand. They don't aim their energy at Thanos directly. They aim for the space between Thanos and the gauntlet. We are referencing a specific Buu Saga feat here, the Vice Shout. Super Buu and Gotenks possessed enough ki density to scream a hole through the dimensional barrier of the hyperbolic time chamber. Sound usually requires a medium like air to travel, but this isn't sound. It's raw, oscillating ki pressure. Goku, shaking off the Soul Stone's grip through sheer willpower, joins them. The 3 Saiyans scream. They aren't just making noise, they are vibrating the local reality at a frequency that the reality stones cannot stabilize. The combined amplitude of 3 Super Saiyan tier vocal cords creates a localized dimensional tear. The sheer acoustic pressure overrides the magnetic seal of the gauntlet. It severs the wireless connection, so to speak, between the Titan's neural pathways and the stones. For one crucial second, the gauntlet goes dormant. The feedback loop knocks the metal glove off Thanos' hand. Now, it's just biology versus biology. Titan physiology is impressive. Dense muscle, rapid healing, cosmic durability. But without the cheat codes of the stones, he is fighting a warrior race that evolves during combat.
Right.
Goku, Gohan, and Gotenks descend on him. Without the ability to rewrite time or turn bones to glass, Thanos is overwhelmed by the sheer kinetic output of the Saiyans. They strike with force that shatters the surrounding tectonic plates, driving the Titan into the Earth. This reveals survival tier S. The only way to survive a reality warper is to remove the mechanism of warping entirely. You cannot tank the snap, you must prevent the fingers from closing. By severing the connection to the gauntlet,
I kind of want to see somebody who can tank the snap. Thanos snaps and somehow like that character gets damaged by it, but he is like tanking it at the same time. Like I want to see what that looks like. Feeling everything they would have felt as they were getting snapped type, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but if you understand, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I want to see somebody tank that and be like, and then be like, wipe it off type.
the Z Warriors force the conflict back into a realm where they are the undisputed masters. Raw violence.
Raw violence.
The dust settles over West City. The Infinity Gauntlet lies on the cracked pavement, smoking like a spent shell casing. Beside it, the Dragon Balls turn to stone, scattering across the crater. Goku collapses, his energy reserves completely drained, while Thanos is restrained by the Galactic Patrol.
Goku, Vegeta, all them, they about to go eat something crazy. Their meal is about to be something crazy after fighting Thanos. I know that for sure.
Beaten, not by a stronger god, but by mortals who refuse to accept the laws of physics. In a straight fight, Goku wins every time. But against the Gauntlet, the math changes. The Z Warriors survived only because they stopped playing by the Titans' rules. They didn't overpower the stones, they unplugged the controller. But this victory leaves us with a philosophical question. Did they save the universe? Or did they just doom it to the slow, resource-starved death Thanos was trying to prevent? If Goku had unlocked Ultra Instinct during the fight, would the outcome have been faster? Or would the auto-dodge mechanic have failed against the Time Stone? Let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more impossibility.
I mean, from what I've seen, if Goku goes Ultra Instinct, I mean, that's... Thanos is going to lose an arm, probably, right? I mean, he's probably going to lose the glove, the arm, all that. Just anybody going up against Goku, who is somebody who, as he said, evolves during the fight, is just, you're not going to win. You just don't win against people like that because they just get stronger and stronger and stronger the more you fight them. And they love it. They think it's fun. I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys are thinking about Dragon Ball Z versus Thanos. Thanos easily gets clapped by DBZ. I kind of want to see... Now, he needs to put, like, the Beyonder or Owen Reese, a Molecule Man, or like, Galactus against some of these DBZ people. I want to see, like, that, low-key. Because I feel like some of those characters are more on this kind of level a little bit. Even like Sentry or something could maybe, I guess, stand against Goku. A lot of those characters wipe Goku though, in my opinion. I don't know. Again, you guys let me know down in the comments below. Is Goku really like the strongest anime character of like all time though? Kind of seems like it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already, if you enjoyed. And we will be back tomorrow with some more nerd science. We will be gaming as well, so stay tuned, stay tuned. Gonna be a great week, so stay tuned, boys, stay tuned.